And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, we're here today to take a look at another upcoming Dice Masters pack, and this is for Spider-Man Maximum Carnage. Now, Carnage, if you've never read the comic books, is like Venom, if you've seen Venom in the movies, except that this Venom is another symbiote who left Venom and found a serial killer, and Carnage is just evil. And in Maximum Carnage, he just went out and just started going crazy. It's actually a comic series a lot of people don't like. I don't not enjoy it. It's okay. It's fine. It's very, very a product of its time, though. But lots of crazy characters, lots of bad guys that Spider-Man had to fight. So this is a small starter pack that you get everything you need. There's no randomness in this. Although if you want 4 dice for each character, you'll have to get two of these packs. Here's what's in the pack. Alright, well, let's take a look here at the different dice that are included in this set. Okay, well, there's not much to say. There's just a few dice about them. The Spider-Man dice are interesting because they're red and blue, which is a combination I normally wouldn't pick for dice. It looks good for Spider-Man, and the dice are readable, although not always super clear. So I'm not sure how I feel about them yet. I mean, they look cool, but I'm wondering if the functionality is going to be good in the long run. But anyway, whatever. Card time. Okay, so first we have Iron Fist. Yay. He had a cool die. But when he attacks, he gets +1 for each strength in your reserve pool. And here you can pay strength to do extra damage and pay strength to do that much damage to target opposing dice. So I like that. Another Captain America who helps out sidekick dice. So here they do +2 attack. Here, if 2 or more of them are killed, I guess he's really angry and takes out a villain character. And here, sidekick character guys get deadly, which basically means when they attack somebody, they're going to kill them no matter how much damage they do. Doppelgangers here. That's the Spider-Man who actually is a Spider-Man since he has 8 arms, which is super gross and does all sorts of things. Like here, he's like an anti-sidekick character. So I wouldn't put him and Captain America on the same team. Speaking of Spider-Man, hey, Spidey, how's it going? I like his abilities. When he's fielded, your target opposing character die can't block. Or, when fielded, prevent all damage dealt to this die for 1 turn. I like this one better. Or here, when he's attacking, they have to block. They have to declare at least 1 blocker for each of your attacking sidekick character dice before doing blockers to your other ones. If you've a lot of sidekick dice, this is super cool. Venom can take control of somebody else, then return it to them. Here, he can just, if your life total is great, if you're losing, you can do 2 damage to your opponent. And here, he can take control of an opponent's villain. Carnage here, he can use the when attacks ability of another die. Or he can use the when KO'd ability of another die. Really, really like these guys. I mean, they may not be useful because if your opponent doesn't have any of these abilities, but they likely will, and then you have them too with Carnage. Now, he's expensive with 5, but still. This one here, your opponent has to pay 2 more to use each global ability. That's fine, and actually, that could be really cool, because you could bring a really fun global ability that your opponent can't use, and then kind of block them off with Carnage. I just like the other 2 Carnages better. Shriek, Carnage's girlfriend, or whatever she is, she can basically replace all previous choices. While she's active, that character has no special ability, essentially. Here, she can ignore tests on all opposing cards, so she can ignore everything. And when she attacks, nobody can activate global abilities. Black Cat, who's my favorite character from this set, she has a regenerate, which means she can come back to life. Or, your opponent must re-roll all their wild dice. Super fun. And then here, when she's active, your opponent cannot field level 3s. So I really like both of those. You know, I gotta say, I really like this pack because it has a lot of different characters in it, which kind of cancel out things that your opponent might do. And there's all these kind of weird, crazy powers that your opponents have. Now, you can have them too. You can mimic them. You can shut them down. And that's what this does. This is a pack that works okay by itself, although a team of these guys I would take, actually. They're not that expensive. Very few cards. I think the highest cost in this set is 5. and they have a lot of cool abilities and they can shut your opponent down. You bring a Maximum Carnage team, and your opponent's going to be kind of annoyed because you're going to turn their special abilities against them, shut them down, or copy them. So this is a cool set. I like the characters. Many of the characters are, Captain America's in there. Hooray, another version of Captain America. But you have the, hey, I can use sidekicks, or I can stop sidekicks. I can stop your cool abilities. I can copy them. Great set. If you play it on a tournament level, I don't know if these cards are good for that. I'm hesitant to say that. But if you're a casual player like myself, you can look at some of these characters and go, yeah, I can fit one of these guys in my team. He'll help round the team out. So it's excellent for that. Yay, Spider-Man Maximum Carnage. Dice Tower Judgment. Excellent.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.